Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode For the Fans podcast where it is only two of us tonight. Tyler is feeling a little under the weather, and McKay had a thing going on tonight that he completely forgot about. But he left us with a pretty good template to go off of, like he normally does, so we should be able to
Yep.
easily handle it from here.
So much Chiefs talk is going to
Oh,
happen. Just at least 45 minutes.
I like how I'm the one that probably hates the Chiefs talk the most, and I'm the one that's here.
And you're stuck.
Oh boy. I
It's
mean,
wonderful.
go ahead and get into it because the
Yeah.
NFL world was shocked this past week.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I wasn't going to talk about, well, I was, but, just because Tyler took what I was going to cover, I'm going to resort to that, which is the Patriots and Bills game. Yes, we'll talk about this Kansas City
We'll talk to them about the
Chiefers
Pats
later.
and the Bills.
Yeah. But no, I really liked the Bills Patriots game, to be honest.
It,
It
it looked like a blowout, and then it wasn't.
I know it drives me nuts when people do like what a lot of people did, where they start counting their chickens where they, or count their eggs where the
Hmm.
chickens hatch or whatever the saying is. And there's just like constant people like, oh, we're looking ahead, we're gonna dominate the Bills. I'm like, yeah, you should say that. As a true Patriots fan, you should understand.
28-3.
Yeah, like anything can happen. And
You
0 and
guys know that.
21 was
You guys
early.
know that better than anybody, considering that you're the one that reversed the script.
Exactly. So I blame this loss honestly on all of those weirdo fans that just can't, there aren't true fans in my opinion.
Same thing happened with my team when we played the Texans that first time, and now or the second time, now all I hear is Texans fans just being like, "We're better than the Jaguars. Like you guys blew the lead." I'm like, here's the thing, we
Yep.
still put up like 30 to 40 points on the number one ranked defense in the league. There's not many teams that can do that.
Right. Yeah, so it was a lot of people are saying that, oh, hey, the Bills exposed the Patriots and all that. I'm like, I don't think they really did because
Henderson was going off.
yeah, like it wasn't that big of a blowout. Yeah, they stepped off the gas. That happened. It's the same song and dance as it is all year for any game you ever watch. Inconsistency of officiating, which hopefully that gets fixed at the end of this year. But
But we really won't.
overall, I honestly think it showed who the two top teams in the AFC are and
Mm,
who's supposed to beat. Like I feel like there's probably three teams right now that are dangerous. We'll talk about one later.
I'm curious
But
on what your three are, because I have a certain three.
oh, Patriots, Bills, Jags.
Oh,
Done.
we have the
End
same
of
one.
list.
We have the same
End of
one then.
list. Yeah, end of list. That's all it is.
I'm
I don't care what
hesitant with the
anyone
Broncos,
says.
but I'm not that. I'm more scared of the Texans than I am of the Broncos.
Yeah. I I feel like the Broncos have been known to blow more leads than the Bills, Patriots, and Jags.
Hmm. And I gotta
And
say this:
yeah.
the I think I read this or heard this earlier is that the Broncos have the most one-score wins this season, and they have like 11 of their wins with coming within like one score, very small score.
Right. Yeah, and I just think with the Bills and the Patriots and the Jags
They put teams
offensive
away.
side, yeah, they have the capability of just smothering.
I will
So
say, I think I have
now,
Texans at my number
yeah.
four because that
Oh,
defense is
100%. Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, they're 100% at four. Not saying like they're not terrible. It's just like my top three are
I think if the
that's it.
Texans offense was is what it was during CJ Stroud's rookie year, I think the Texans would probably be the AFC favorite.
Uh-huh. But got to score points. So that's
Hmm.
why I think with the complete teams, I think it's those three. But this game, though, like it just showed, it's gonna be a good playoff race after the
I'm
first round.
excited for I'm excited for the playoffs. Like because we were talking about it
Yeah.
earlier. There's gonna be no Chiefs, which has been the Bills' kryptonite for the past 5 years. So they're
Hmm.
getting past that, and honestly, it feels like any team could come out and win their division.
Right. Like, and that's what I miss, honestly. Like, yeah, New England was always dominant, yada 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 yada. But I liked it when it was a challenge for them. It's like the year they went undefeated. No one remembers that playoff run was not
It
saying it
was
was
good.
horrible, but it was like every game came down to the wire, and it was
Hmm.
exciting. It wasn't just one team blowing out everybody, and it was just like, oh, well, I guess they'll go to the Super Bowl again. I miss that anything can happen.
Even that
And
Panthers one season where they were like
yep,
undefeated, I was like, oh shoot, and then they lost. I'm like, oh well, now I feel better.
yep,
But I like having the dynasty teams that get in and are strong, but they're still competitive.
right.
I don't I feel like we talked about this before. I feel like the officiating just takes games away from the players a little too much lately.
Yep. Especially when you look at some of these plays, there are either no calls or they were like, why are you calling that? Like they're both fighting for position. Like you can't just penalize the defense like that.
There,
It's
there's some refs that just throw the flag at the slightest, most unimportant thing instead of letting it play.
yeah,
And then there are other refs that probably let it play a little too much.
right. Yeah, and I think the biggest thing, like I've talked about it before, I've said it a few times, I know you guys have as well. It's just you need full-time refs. Done deal. NFL makes enough money, you can pay some full-time refs.
Yeah.
Done deal. You know, but
Don't let
yeah,
the
so that
owners don't let the
was
owners pay for full-time reps for their stadium either, because then that's gonna
yep.
be a whole different thing.
It's NFL ran teams or officiating
Officiating,
groups, and
yeah,
they just need to do it just like the MLS. You have different tiers, you have different levels. They have to earn their spot. They review every single game they have, and if they sucked, guess what? They go play. They can't officiate in
they
big
they
games. They
go
have to
back to the
go.
college.
Yeah, they go back to college and have it be. You don't even have to have it NFL affiliated. You could just do like that National Referees Association or something like that.
Man,
You know?
how? I mean, yeah, and then I mean, because thinking about like jobs and career fields, like you could be a referee, but you could
Yeah.
specialize in a certain sport or two sports even. That way, you're
Mhm.
constantly going through and having a year-long career rather than, oh, I do this for about 5 months and then I'm off for the rest of the
Right.
year.
Yeah, like if anyone listens or watches us or listens to us, whatever, if you watch any European League referees, that's how it is. It's their full-time job. Like they have to earn the big games. They have to prove that they can officiate and that they don't have slip-ups and they don't have bad calls and they don't miss calls. And like it's a grading system, and then you have amazing officiating. Granted, yeah, there's still going to be a little bit of manipulation and all that stuff because money talks, but for the most part it's all pretty clean. So I think that's what needs to happen. It'll give, like you said, back to the players and have players decide games, not the officials.
Also, I never realized how much an NFL referee makes. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, they make tons of money for the limited amount of time they do it.
Two, so starting salaries from 100K to 150K a year,
Yep.
with the top tier getting 250K plus a year, and they get a per game rate. I'm gonna ignore that part. Postseason and Super Bowl get an extra 40 to 50K.
Yeah.
Man, maybe I should just study the rule book and just try to become an NFL referee.
Yeah, might as well on the side. Do it.
Gee, I mean, what do you mean on the side? That would become my full-time job. Just to get that would be making 150K a year just to work for like 5 6 months a year. Heck yeah!
Right.
And you get
Yep.
front row seats to the football games.
Right.
Sadly, I could probably never ref for my team because I may be a little bit biased.
Right. It's just
I
like, oh
I
look, there's a flag. That's weird.
I've been a tournament judge before in the past life, so I know how to judge things. It's just, oh
Yeah.
man, I feel bad. Here's the thing: being a ref, I feel like it's such a double-edged sword because the calls that you do make that are right, you're gonna have people that are angry either way because
Right.
a lot of fans can't see past the bias of their own team,
Mm-hmm.
and some things just happen so fast that you have to just be so observant and quick on the call.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
what I think is the hardest part because ugh, I see so many things where I'm like, oh, that was a missed penalty. How did that go unnoticed? But then there are other times I'm
Right.
like, okay, no, that ref made a very good call, and I'm shocked he actually made that call because that happened so fast.
Yeah. No joke.
Oh boy. Anyways,
But yeah, so that's the game I liked. Like I said, it had a lot of potential, a lot of previews of postseason stuff. So
it was a good one.
it was fun.
I think. Oh, what? I need to check the playoff bracket right now. Something will load. Let's
It's like
see.
as of right now.
Yeah, it's the as of right now. Oh gosh. I gotta do this manually. The one on the NFL site doesn't have a as of right now. So as of right now, the Patriots are in the number 2 seed, so they would face
Yep.
the Texans, which would suck.
But if they beat them, it's good for them.
Mm-hmm. Unlike the Jaguars would have the Bills, which would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
And then Steelers Chargers, I think Chargers would kind of sweep that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Patriots Bills. We covered a little bit about the Chiefs. Yes, for the first time since 2014, the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, so we will not see them this year. And also, the Bengals are also out. So the only strong AFC quarterback from the past 6 years are going to be Josh Allen and maybe Lamar Jackson. But right now, the Ravens are struggling.
Yep.
McKay want to talk about Lions and Rams, but since he's not here, we're gonna briefly cover it.
Well,
Which
just briefly. Yeah.
I think it's a good game, and I think that's just a good NFC playoff prediction. Honestly, I think the Rams are looking like the front runners to possibly even win the Super Bowl.
Right. Definitely the team to beat,
Mm-hmm.
along with one other team that we'll be talking about here soon.
Yep. Next up, I had Colts versus Seahawks, and the main reason I wanted to talk a little bit about Philip Rivers' return, and honestly, the Seahawks, who have been very dominant this year, they were struggling a little bit against the
They
Rivers-led
played
Colts.
flat. Yeah. Like their defense was playing well enough to keep, the running back contained,
Hmm.
everyone's kryptonite fantasy.
But the Seahawks couldn't score outside of field
Yeah.
goals, and they had to make 6 field goals to win the game.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy because it makes me wonder. I'm like, okay, are the Colts were they really that good when they had Daniel Jones healthy?
It's hard for me to say because the Jaguars only played them once, and while I was watching that game, Daniel
Hmm.
Jones went down in end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, and the Jaguars were beating the brakes off of them then. So I'm like, I didn't get to
Yeah.
see enough of how that game progressed, and when your starting quarterback who's been doing great all season gets knocked out of the game, it kind of takes
Yeah.
the air out of everyone's
Well,
sails.
that game was kind of hard to judge his performance because he was already dealing with a leg
Mm-hmm.
injury, and he was like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if he was healthy, like, what could that have been, But we'll never know,
I
because
mean, yeah,
you know.
it,
But
it is a very hard one to say considering the week before that they barely lost to the Texans 20-16, and
yeah,
the Colts are sneakily very good, and I don't know if that's because of Daniel Jones or just because the Colts team has a very solid foundation.
yeah, I think it was just the team as a whole was solid. They just needed someone that could be consistent at quarterback,
And Rivers, he may not be mobile, but he can still throw a very good ball.
right? No, I was surprised. Now he looks a
He looks
lot bigger.
slow. He looks slow and
He,
big.
woo, he's a big boy right now. So,
I love Philip Rivers
oh,
though.
yeah. But I did love during the game he was chirping a couple times at the team, like
Because
he
he's
always had.
always chirps. That's what I love
Yeah, it's
about
just
him.
like it was so nice to see. I'm like, yes, just keep going,
Uh,
keep laughing at him and smiling at him. It was
he,
fantastic. And
he,
then,
he, he is one of the biggest trash talkers I think has been in the
oh
league in
yeah,
the last 15, 20 years.
100%.
Him and Steve Smith are known trash talkers. There's a couple other guys in there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, it was an interesting game.
It
We'll
was
see
closer than
what
I
they
thought
can
it would be.
do. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was even if they had him, I thought he'd be on his rear end the entire game, but they kept him safe. So we'll see what happens. And then, all the sidebar news there about him and why he actually came out of retirement is always so hilarious for the health insurance. Which, if he really that was part of the decision, like that's smart.
I mean,
Like
ten,
that's
10
genius.
children is a lot.
Another 5 years, and then by the time that happens, most all of them will be either out of the house or matured enough. Yeah, you can stay on your insurance till your parents till they're 25, but honestly, you should be getting your own insurance after 18. But yeah,
I mean, my wife stayed on hers, and that's how we got basically our baby for free, because double insurance.
yep. But no, it was a good game. I feel like the Seahawks need to kind of probably improve.
It's gonna be a
Hopefully
rough
this
week for
week.
it's gonna be rough for them this week.
Yeah, like this honestly, this game will decide who's going to go to the Super Bowl. Guaranteed. If Seattle
Uh,
can beat the brakes off the Rams and really put them in the place, I'm like, hey, that's
I
good on
have
them.
I have a
You know?
sneaky contender to give the Rams a run for their money. I don't think it would happen, but I have a sneaky one that may surprise them.
Well, we know it's not the Cowboys.
No, who are also eliminated. No, I actually have the Bears because they're the team with the
Okay.
#1 turnover rate in the league right now.
Yeah, like that makes
I
sense.
think that would be the only way to beat the Rams is to get them to turn the
The
ball over.
turnover. Yep.
hmm
Yeah, that's well.
and
Most
there's,
games, whoever turnovers over first usually loses
if I
in
remember right,
most playoff
Bears are
games.
#1 in turnovers. Jaguars are #2. I think Patriots were 8, maybe 9.
Yeah, their defense is just in the middle.
Uh,
They're not a top defense, but they're there in the middle.
Oh, Jaguars actually fell. So Bears at #1 with 20, Texans at 14, Pittsburgh and Jacksonville tie at 10 with 10 turnovers, then Lions, then Rams. So I mean, yeah, the Rams got a really good defense and a really good offense. So it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah. Plus they got some veterans on their side too, so that
Ah,
always helps.
total takeaways. That's what I was looking for. Is total takeaways. Bears 1, Jaguars 2, Steelers 3, Texans 4, Seahawks at 5, then Rams at 6, then Chargers,
Yeah.
Buccaneers, Bills, Colts, and then we go down.
And Patriots are like 14,
Oh,
15?
Patriots are further down than I expected. They're towards the bottom for turnovers.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
that's just for takeaways, but
right.
your differential is actually pretty clean.
Yeah.
You don't get
Like
many
I said, they're
takeaways, but you don't
don't give up.
give.
Hmm. And that I think that's probably the more important stat, in my opinion, is that yeah, you don't have a lot of turnovers that you get, but like if you're not turning the ball over, that's also really good.
Surprisingly, the Bears have the second cleanest rate right now.
Which is interesting.
They only have 10 giveaways.
Huh.
Yeah, Bears good at getting the ball away from opponents and then not giving it back.
It's always a plus.
Yeah, surprised McKay's not here. I would love to talk about this considering no one expected his Bears to be 10-4.
Um, I did say that I wasn't gonna say they're gonna just get blown out, but Caleb Williams will screw it up. in the playoffs.
I
I'm a
think that's
firm
the
believer of that.
I think that's the notion for everybody, but they're playing some pretty good ball right now.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm gonna segue into myself right here.
Yep.
I got the Packers versus the Bears for this week's matchup. This I think is gonna decide who wins the NFC North. Micah Parsons being
Yeah.
out, the Bears finding a good rhythm, Jordan Love looking
Right.
A
Yeah.
lot of other
That's a good way to
Packers
put it.
players got hurt. I honestly think the Bears are gonna win this one.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that.
I don't see a world with the Packers injuries that the Packers are gonna beat the Bears this time. And I think let's see, the Bears are 10-4, Packers are 9-4-1. Have the Packers still not had their bye? Or am I just reading something wrong? No, they had their bye. Yeah, I'm just reading something wrong. Oh,
I was like, what are you looking at?
well, I was just like, huh? I was like, what? And I'm like, okay, no, they
Yeah.
did. But yeah, Bears Packers, I think is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be deciding a lot of playoff stuff. I don't think the Bears clinch the North with that win, but it's going to put them in a significant
In
lead
a
over.
good, yeah,
They
in
would
a
essentially
better
have to lose
situation.
out, and then the Packers or the Lions would have to win out.
Right.
So I believe we're both saying the Bears, unless you want the
Um,
Packers.
yeah, I think so because it's at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good for them.
Matchup monster. I'm gonna go with the Bears defense. They're just gonna make
Yeah,
it.
that defense, same. Like that defense is, if they can snub the Packers, it's over.
Oh yeah. Alrighty. Let's go into the game that you picked, because I'm interested in this one.
Yeah. So the game I picked, um, is the New England and Baltimore game. I think for two different reasons, this is going to be a big game. Baltimore, they have to win. Like,
I
if they
think,
want to have any chance in the playoffs, they have to win.
yeah, if they lose, they drop to a 27% chance to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. So this is a need to win. So you're probably going to see them trying a lot, which could also translate to turning it over, just having a bad time when it comes to that.
I think Lamar was
Um,
even a little injured from the
yeah,
reports
he's
I
not
saw.
100%. Yeah. But and then on the reverse side, this is a need to win for New England to get the momentum back.
Hmm.
Not saying they lost it with the Bills, but
This is
coming
your
off a
bounce
tough
back game.
loss, yeah, it's just a tough loss. I think you'll see a lot of Henderson running again since he just continues to be dominant. It's like you guys got to feed him.
Oh, I
Um,
hope they feed him good.
Drake May, everyone's like, oh, he screwed up the comeback. I'm like, I wouldn't blame him on that one. Like
The
there
offense
was,
struggled, but I think every team will have their quarterback struggle at some point in the
yeah.
season.
I just don't think it was solely. I don't think it was 100% his fault, especially for that last drive on that fourth down. There was a lot of holding on Stephon Diggs. That's who he was going to go to, and it delayed it, and he had to roll out, and it was just like, yeah.
I
And then
think if
even
you
Diggs
guys were
admitted he's
going
like,
to
I ran a bad route, so
I think if you guys were going to lose a game recently, I think the Bills were the ones I was highlighting, saying
yeah.
the Patriots will probably lose this one, but then I think they'll be really relatively fine the rest of the season.
Right. Yeah, because I think what's going to happen, if I know Vrabel, watching him and what he's coached this year, I think he's probably said all this week, we have to win and we have to do pedal to the metal to the Super Bowl if we make it that far.
Yeah,
Cannot let up on teams. We have to dominate. We have to keep going after people and just be overly aggressive the rest of the regular season and
never
postseason.
never give up. Always
Yeah.
Always go, no matter if you're up by
Yeah.
10 or if you're up by 40. Keep
Yep.
going.
Yeah, because if you look at it, I don't know if what's his bucket comes back. Will Campbell. I don't know if he's back yet or not.
Ooh.
I haven't looked that up, and my internet's awfully slow tonight,
Here,
so probably
I'm
won't load
pulling.
fast enough.
I'm
But I think
seeing
he was
his
supposed to come
bucket.
back relatively soon. So, which is can be a help. He's a great motivator on the offensive line. I think he brings a lot of energy to the team, and him just being back, I would help them kind of.
I think they're still resting him. Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
he got placed on IR, so the soonest he will probably be back is the final regular season game.
yeah,
But he may be back. If he's not back by then, he should be back hopefully by start of the playoffs.
yeah. So, like I said, like when he comes back, that'll be a huge help for him to give that playoff push. So, and like other than that, I just don't think they have too much injury, which is really good for like any team.
And the Ravens have
So,
just struggled.
yeah, ever since Lamar got hurt, and then he just, yeah, I think he isn't himself. But this game, I'm gonna put it up to New England is gonna win. Um, the matchup monster, honestly, I'd probably do the May Henderson. I think if they can both produce, like that's what they're gonna need to do in this game. Like they're gonna need to throw the ball, throw it well, and then the ball to Henderson, keep the ball moving, get those big gains, chew the clock. So it's got to be the offensive win this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's got to be Henderson who's got to take everything under control.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe we
So,
both have the Patriots winning, which
yep,
Patriots are a force to be reckoned with.
yeah. The only downside is Milton Williams is still hurt on the defensive side, but I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference.
Right.
So,
Uh,
but
we're going to quickly go over
yeah,
Tyler's pick. He had the
yep,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Carolina Panthers. I think the main reason was this is going to help decide the NFC South, which is
yeah,
all over the place right now.
yeah, and the odds are only at -3, which is kind of crazy. But it is Carolina. They've been sneaky all year.
Yeah,
So,
if the Panthers win, they will take over the 4 seed.
yep. Yeah, so this is a must-win game. The only good thing that Tampa Bay has is that, oh my gosh, now my mind just went blank. The
Baker.
receiver's back.
Oh, Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, thank you. Mike Evans back, which would help on their offensive weapon side. And he had a decent game last week, so
I think I still gotta take the Panthers to win it though.
yeah. Well, we'll be split. I think Baker's gonna have to win, and I'm gonna pick the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm gonna go with Rico as the matchup monster. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're probably gonna say Evans.
Um, yeah, I think that's good. I think if he can make a big enough impact, I think it'd be good. Get Baker back into a good mindset of confidence and cocky, because that's
Hmm.
what they need. They need him to get that Baker back, where he's playing out of his mind, but then he's also pissing off the other team. So,
Yeah. Alrighty. Next up, it's the one that McKay wanted to pick, and I approve. He has the
yep,
Jaguars versus the Broncos, which I think is going to be a good one, and we could very well see in the playoffs. And currently, the Broncos are number 1 seed. I think the Patriots fans are rooting for the Jaguars a little bit on this one to kind of knock the Broncos down and see if they can solidify that 1 seed.
yeah,
Because it's a tight race for that 1 seed, and This is the one game that I see the Jaguars losing for the rest of their schedule. The Broncos got a tough one to end it. Patriots. I think your guys is kind of like medium.
Yeah.
But the Broncos do have a good defense, but if Trevor Lawrence plays like he did last week against the Jets, which I understand everyone's going to say, well, it's the Jets are bad. If you look at the stats, though, the stats don't lie. Even after they traded Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner, they have still done a really good job stopping teams from getting all sorts of touchdowns and yards. Whereas the Jaguars came in and Trevor Lawrence broke history with 6 total touchdowns, and honestly, I think this is the time if you want to make a strong playoff push. This is the time to get hot and stay hot, and I think the Jaguars are doing that.
hmm I could see that. I'm on the opposite side of that. I
Hmm.
think that was a one-off game for him to
Oh,
play that good.
I mean, he's been
I'm
playing
not saying
solid
he's
since
gonna fall
the
off.
yeah.
I'm not gonna be that critical, but I just don't think he's gonna play that well.
Oh, I agree. I don't think he'll play that well, but I think if he
But
plays clean,
yeah,
this is gonna be a game that I'm excited to watch, and it's gonna be a close one.
it's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a QB fight, which is gonna be awesome.
And
But
it's gonna come down to turnovers, I think, because
yeah, I that's why I said like I don't think he's gonna have a game like he did last week. He'll probably have like a 280 passing, like 70, 80, 90-yard rushing game,
which
but
I
that's it.
I feel like that's enough to win the game, though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely enough to win, but it just
I,
depends on the
I
turnovers.
this game's gonna come down to what quarterback keeps it clean and what defense is able to make the bigger play.
Yeah, no,
Because if
it's
both quarterbacks play clean, which I think they can, it's going to come down to which defense is going to get the bigger stop at a critical point.
right. It's gonna be that game where it's whoever turns it over twice first loses. Like it's just the way it is. It's gonna be one of those games where you can't say the defense is better than that defense or the offense is better than that. It's just gonna be whoever just doesn't turn, and it'll
It's
be that good old final seconds of the game play or the final
yeah, I mean,
will decide this game.
I'm just excited because this is just going to be good football this week.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
this time of year is always fun to watch. So,
surprisingly, like coming into week 16, we still don't have a single division winner yet.
yeah,
Because I
we
think it
don't
was
have
like,
that guaranteed first bye, guaranteed, home field yet, which is really
because
crazy.
I think it was something like the last 15 years or so. By week 16, we have known who has won a division at the bare minimum.
Right.
This time, every division's still up for grabs.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I will say, if the Broncos lose this one, or the Broncos win this one, I think they solidify. Ooh, they may not solidify the AFC West if they win it.
Yeah.
See, if they win, they'll go to 13-2. If the Chargers win, they'll go to 11-2. The Broncos would have to win the next one, yeah, because the Chargers hold the tiebreaker over the Broncos. The Chargers haven't lost to a single division opponent all year.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, Chargers pretty good. Going back to this game though, going up to matchup monsters. We're talking about quarterbacks. We're talking about defenses. I gotta lean on the for me going. I'm gonna just list for both teams. For me personally, I got Devin Lloyd, who is the turnover machine on the Jaguars, and I got
hmm
Pat Surtain. I think if either one of these two teams want to win, one of these two guys needs to make the play.
I'm probably gonna do a wild matchup monster. I think the Jags will win this one, but the matchup monster is gonna be the head coach.
Oh, so Peyton
I
or
Uh-huh.
Cohen?
I think it's going to come down to a coaching decision. It's going to be, like I said, if
I
it's not a
believe
turnover
that.
battle, it's going to be, okay, who is the one that went for more fourth downs and missed it or got it?
Yeah,
That's what I think this game will come down to. Because, like I said, the players are all excellent. But if the coach says, oh, we're going for it on 4th and 2, and they miss, and the team gets the ball back and they score, and that's how they won the game, like that's a coaching decision. That's on the coach. He shouldn't have done that, you know?
I mean,
Players are just doing what they're told, but, you know?
I will say if that happens where they go for it on like 4th and 2 and they don't make it and they lose because of that, oh, I'm not. I wouldn't even be mad at the decision for it. It was just gonna be more of a. That's going to fuel them even more to get into the playoffs and push hard for that rematch.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be that type of. I think that's going to be the matchup monster is who's going to fail first as a coach.
Oh man, I know I'm being biased because of my team, but I'm actually very excited for this game, just from a
Hmm.
fan perspective. There's other games I'm excited for this week too. Uh, this one I think is one of the top ones. I think another one, if they play a little bit better and show what they've shown in years past, Patriots Ravens is probably my number two game that I want to see. Other than, ooh, actually, Rams Seahawks tomorrow night is gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Those I think are gonna be like the fun games of the week to watch. Packers and Bears sneak out there, but all big playoffs, all potential playoff matchups. It's gonna be a good week.
Hmm. No, I'm excited for this week.
Oh boy.
I am so down.
All right. Do you normally have the ticket for each game, or has that
Yes,
been?
I do.
Oh baby. So what we're looking for the
So,
biggest ticket or the lowest ticket?
lowest and the highest.
Oh,
So,
lowest.
I'll let you guess who the lowest ticket's going to be.
Okay, I'm gonna be submitting three guesses.
And to give you some help, it's the first time it's happened. It's a tie.
What?
Mm.
Okay,
As of today, it's a tie.
I have one guess.
Okay.
Chiefs Titans.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think both eliminated, no Patrick Mahomes. I felt like that ticket price would have
I
dropped.
will say their odds is -3, which is kind of crazy
Whew,
that they believe that the Kansas City sucks that bad.
whew, okay, jeez.
Yeah, so it's definitely not them. Think just matchup you don't want to watch.
That was one I didn't want to watch. My second one was Jet Saints.
Yep, that's one of them.
Okay. Oh man. Number three. See, I see like the ones that I don't want to watch personally, but I'm like, there
Yeah,
might be some people.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with
McKay and
Vikings
Tyler could go to
Giants.
this one.
Oh, see, that doesn't help me at all. I don't know where. Oh, that would be probably Cardinals Falcons.
Yep,
Oh, I'm surprised Tyler's not going to it.
Four, $14.
Wow, I am really surprised Tyler's not going to it.
Yeah, and the most expensive game.
Seahawks Rams.
No,
What?
they're actually not even in the top two.
Not
They're
Seahawks
barely
Rams.
top three.
There's no way it's Jaguars Broncos.
No, it's not.
Ah. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Got one more chance here. Is it Bears Packers?
It is Bears Packers.
That shocks me just because of how cold it is up there.
Yeah, 297.
I mean, it made sense because there's a lot of playoff stuff and there's a big rivalry between those two, but ugh.
Yeah. And then after that, it's the Detroit and Pittsburgh at 250.
See, that one surprises me a little bit.
And then after that, it's Seattle Rams at 192.
See, that doesn't surprise me.
And where's the other? And then the Denver and Jacksonville is 191.
Whew. I thought about buying a ticket for that game earlier this year.
Yeah. Crap. Baltimore and New England's under 100.
Oh shoot!
So
Alrighty.
that's crazy.
Upsets of the week. I don't know the full Vegas betting odds. I know Tyler normally has that. What do you think is the biggest upset of the week gonna be?
Um, hmm.
There's not many.
Well, because like all the games, it makes sense if they win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Honestly, probably the biggest upset is if if Cleveland can beat the Bills.
That's I think would be a massive one. I'm gonna go a little more tame. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say the Cowboys beat the Chargers.
yeah.
I feel
Two
like
teams are so out of it that it doesn't matter if they win or lose. But if
yeah.
the other team loses, it's like devastating.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alrighty. Let's transition to our For the Fun segment where we're
oh
looking to
yeah,
the future. So we're going to be discussing potential future with coaches, draft pits, and all the other good stuff for already eliminated teams. So first up, we have the New York Jets, who McKay very kindly wrote
yeah,
for us. They fired the first head coach
yep,
in the first year before. Will they do it again? Do they need a quarterback? Who will they get? I'm not the college person, so I'm going to refer to you of who they grab at quarterback because I feel like they have to draft.
yeah. Um, yeah, I think with them, like they're gonna have to try to rely on the draft, you know. There's a couple, I think there's only one quarterback, and it's the one that just won the Heisman. Or Alabama, that's the other one. Alabama's quarterback, Ty Simpson. He'd be one. Obviously, Dante Moore for Oregon, and right behind him, you could look at Fernando Mendoza. Like I said, he
I've heard of
Heisman.
Fernando a lot.
Yeah. And then you got the other midget that didn't get it and plays for Vanderbilt, but he won't go to the NFL. He's like a Zach Wilson. He's shorter than Zach Wilson.
So Kyler
So,
Murray.
yeah, he won't make it. He'll make lots of noise in college and
Oh boy.
won't get drafted. So, it would be great if they got Fernando Mendoza. I think that'd be good. Um, don't think it's a solution. I think honestly, an owner change would probably be the best option.
They need to do something to get rid of the quarterback curse that they have.
Yeah,
Because we see quarterbacks go there, do horrible, and then when they leave New York, they
do amazing.
significantly improve.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think, yeah, we got to get a good quarterback, and then they just got to switch up the front office, new owner or something.
Yeah, I mean they fired their defensive coordinator, which I think was a good step in the right direction. I don't think Aaron Glenn will be fired this
This
year.
year, no.
They've
Next,
done it again, but I think he's done pretty okay for not having much to go with. That I think that they would give him the benefit of the doubt and give him one more year to try and get it right.
yeah,
So those are my thoughts, though.
yeah, yeah. So I think Jets is just typical, nothing new.
It's kind of same with the Nets team. We got the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I think it's the same. They won't fire him. Watson, they have to get rid of. His contract's too heavy. Just kick him out. Just pay him his guaranteed money and let him go.
I think they're just trying to just basically hold on to him so that they don't have to pay so much all at once and that they can just kind of let his contract naturally expire. Because I want to say
Yeah.
after next year his contract expires.
hmm
Uh,
I only think it was a 3 or 4 year
it was
contract,
a
one of the two.
5 year.
Oh, I thought it was shorter.
They restructured it twice. Yeah, so they're gonna be paying for it for a while.
Yeah, dead weight. But who knows? He might come back
Yeah.
and play really
So
well. Who knows?
so his contract is set to end after next season.
Okay. Yeah, they'll probably just let that run out.
hmm If any
I think
worst
for
case scenario, they just have him in the line to jump in if needed.
yeah, I think they should just finally just run with Shadur. I think he had a good receiving amongst the fans.
Better
You
than
know,
Dylan
he's
Gabriel.
yeah. So I think obviously he'll be the future there. Miles Garrett, honestly, for how
I've
well
seen
he's
so many
playing,
people talk about trading him, and I would love Miles Garrett, but
yeah,
oh,
if he really wants to win, he he has to leave. Like
but
he can talk all he
I
wants.
also think if you're the Browns, you almost can't let go of him because he's very important too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could see that.
I think for the interest, because he is getting older, he's gonna start slowing down in a couple of years. I think trade Garrett while you can, while he is in his prime, and
Yep,
get either a mid to higher tier player and some first round picks back for him.
yep. That's honestly the best thing they could do, and he should really advocate for that because he's still, I would say, he's still in that prime era where he's just dominating. He needs to go to a team and win a Super Bowl.
He, I think, is the number one pass rusher right
He
now.
is by half. He's like, or
He,
one
he
and a
has a
half.
he
He's like
has a
23 and a half.
I was like he has a lot of stats and he has I think the most pressures and I think a lot of people are hoping that he breaks some records soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think he'll go. We could probably talk about it later
Do
where
what they
he's
did with
gonna
the Michael
go.
Parsons trade.
But yeah, definitely be a trade piece. Get him out before the draft.
All right,
So
this one I think will surprise some people.
Cincinnati.
hmm
Yeah.
Which I saw something that basically said that Joe Burrow has only made the postseason twice in his career, which blew my mind because I'm like, wow, Joe Burrow's touted as one of the top quarterbacks, but if you dive
hmm
deep, he's always getting hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I he has to leave, in my opinion. I ain't professional, but he's got to leave.
People were
Yeah, he
talking that
might
he may
not
do the
win,
Andrew Luck thing and
but
retire.
yeah, if he doesn't enjoy football anymore, I could see him just doing that. He's made enough money, he could just bounce, but
He's getting
at the
everything
same
older, man.
time,
You gotta think about your future at some point.
yeah, my hot take, he gets traded to the Vikings,
Oh, gross.
and then he joins his old college teammate, JJ.
He will have always
Because
played
that,
with one of his college teammates.
because if you look at it, let's play out this scenario and then we can move on. But I was kind of thinking the reason that he would do that is because it'd be one, he would get his desire that he'd be leaving, and then Justin Jefferson that he wants to get traded or whatever.
Wants an upgraded
If he
quarterback.
hears, oh, hey, we're gonna bring Joe Burrow in, it'll keep him there.
hmm And then, the Vikings just splurge a little extra money to get Jamar Chase over as well.
That would be disgusting, and it would
hmm
probably make the most sense. It would be like crazy,
Having
but
Burrow, Chase, and Jefferson, and then also Addison on the side as a wide receiver three.
and then your defense is good enough. Your offense could just
That would
put it
be
out of
a
reach.
gross team.
Yeah, they could probably do it.
But we're going back to the Bengals. I think the only way for the Bengals to come back is they need to bolster their offensive line to keep Joe Burrow healthy, and they need to overhaul their defense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the whole we just got to outscore them works in theory as long as your quarterback is healthy, but if your quarterback's always getting hurt, you're not winning on either front at that point.
Right. Also, it probably won't happen because Vikings are in a tough spot with cap space next year. Negative 35 million.
Sheesh.
Along with the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs I think is gonna fit. So we
But
actually have next.
the year after that they bounce back with 43 million. So
So the
it's
Chiefs.
doable.
So the Chiefs, I think Kelsey's gonna retire. I think this was his last season.
Yeah. I I Now, I don't know if it's true. I haven't been able to find evidence of this, but I was reading that Patrick Mahomes actually tore his ACL and LCL.
I was hearing that as well.
And if that's true, he's 100% not going to come back next year.
Yeah, he may potentially
That's a
be out
long
all season.
recovery on the both sides of the knee. Like that's both stabilizers. Like yeah, dude, that's no bueno.
I mean,
So
even with the ACL, he's gonna be out for at least half the season next year to begin with.
yeah. And if they don't have a quarterback, they're clearly not playing well. Like, would he rush back?
I can honestly see the Chiefs becoming a bottom 5 team next year because Mahomes is
Yeah,
gonna be out the whole time.
yeah. And I will say, in regards to him getting hurt,
Oh boy.
it's about time. Because now it makes me kind of really go, okay, you want to be in the GOAT situation? You're in the same situation as Tom Brady was.
I
What
was
are you
gonna
gonna do?
say same thing as Tom Brady did. My question is, because
Hmm?
it was like in the same season and everything, and then Tom Brady came
Yeah,
back the next year and won the Super Bowl. Did
yeah.
Brady's injury happen at the beginning of the season or at the tail
Oh,
end?
it was like 3 weeks in.
Yeah, so
Like,
Mahomes is probably gonna rest, but two
yeah.
years
Well,
from
it's more.
now,
Yeah, it's more about, for me, it's more about having a major injury to like a pretty focal point of your game. Are you going to be able to come back and do the same?
hmm
Because if he loses his scramble as much as he does, makes all the cuts and gets around people, and he has to slow down because of the injury, perform the same.
I think his quarterback style is gonna change a lot. He's gonna have to
He
become
has to. Yeah.
he's going to have to convert to being more of a pocket passer.
hmm And right now, he's not a pocket passer. He is
No,
so jumpy and nervous in there that it's just not his cup of tea.
I mean
And that's why I think he will do good. Even when he gets back, I think it'll be like a 2-3 year slump.
I I think this is weirdly enough the best thing that could happen for the Chiefs is getting eliminated this year. Patrick Mahomes not being available for most of next season because they're now going to get some really high draft picks and be able to get some elite young players and replace a lot of their aging staff
Well,
or their aging.
that's yeah, well that's the other thing too. You got all those old players, their contracts are coming up, and then you got Travis Kelce that's gonna leave, Andy Reid's not. And
I
if Kelsey and Reed both leave at the end of the year,
I think Reed is gonna
I
stay. I think Reed is staying.
I think he will, but you got to consider that like how many years is he gonna stay with a rebuild team,
I think he's gonna
especially if
stay
your
at
quarterback
least.
doesn't
I think he's gonna stay
perform.
for at least 3. Once he gets Mahomes back, he's gonna probably evaluate how his team's doing that year,
Yeah.
and if they're doing bad that year, he may retire after that.
Well, and then the other side of it too is with Spagnola. Like, was he promised the head coaching job after Reed's done? If that's the case, that would accelerate his time frame, and he could ultimately be gone. I think at this season, because if Spack goes to the Chiefs and goes, "Hey, I want the head coaching job. You need to have Reed," or "I'm gonna go take this head coaching job over here," I think that's the only way he would retire this year. If that's what their plan is have Spagnola be the head coach, and if there's like other teams going, "Hey, we want you over here," it's the ultimatum. It's like, hey, you either make me head coach or I'm gone.
Yeah, I will say
So
the Chiefs need to get rid of Matt Nagy.
yeah,
But the Chiefs, while it's dark for this year and it's probably gonna be dark for next year, they can look forward to getting some high draft picks and starting to build around a younger team.
yeah, but not too high though.
Maybe next year though. Next year
Yeah,
they could have a top five.
yeah. But speaking of a team that's going to get the highest pick, good old
Oh,
Las Vegas Raiders.
oh boy.
I think the huge problem here is the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think I can agree. The coaching, I I just think there's not much to work with. You got Ashton Genty and Brock Bowers, but the rest of that team falls
And then you
down
got
after
Max
that.
Crosby on the defense,
I
and
don't know how long Matt Crosby is gonna stay there though.
I think this year will be important for him to get one of the top quarterbacks. They're gonna have
Hmm.
to. They have to. They will have like the top 5 pick, and there
Like
are
top
4
three.
great quarterbacks. So they have to get a quarterback through to Max Crosby to stay. Because if not, heck, Max Crosby and it's gonna be a wild offseason.
Yeah, geez, I didn't realize how close the first draft pick is.
Yeah,
The Raiders, Titans, Giants all have 2 wins, and then followed immediately by Browns, Jets,
yeah.
and
I
Cardinals
I
with 3.
Yeah, I think Raiders will have first dib on the quarterback because the Titans won't pick a quarterback.
Nope.
They'll probably pick the top wide receiver that everyone keeps talking about. Can't remember his name right now, but that's
Yeah,
where they'll
they need
go.
it.
Um, but I think that's all we can say about the Raiders, honestly. And the same thing with the Titans. Cam Ward, I think he'll do fine. And
I hope the Titans just stay bad forever.
yeah, of course you do.
I never liked the Titans. It's not even like Titans players. I've never liked their fans. Their fans are always just annoying.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Let's go on to the Commanders. So,
Commanders,
ugh.
yeah. Honestly, they might want to think about it back. Just because Jaden Daniels keeps getting hurt. And it's like, how much longer can he take punishment
I think they
unless
just
you
gotta
get
go
him a
hard on
better
the
line?
protection for him.
Yeah. So it's either protection or you get a quarterback in the second, third round.
Yeah, I think they go for protection more than anything. Maybe a weapon or two as well, but
Yeah. Because overall, they're a good team. It's just, they got unfortunate.
Terry's getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Running back Bill was not it. Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels I feel like is solid, but the rest of the team needs a lot of improvement.
Right.
This one is actually one that I am very excited to talk about.
The
The
Giants?
Oh yeah, the Giants I feel like are in the best scenario out of all the teams we listed so far for bouncing back and becoming a strong contender. I think Dart looked solid. I think Scadaboo when he was healthy looked great. They haven't had Neighbors all season. They're gonna get Neighbors back. Is they got a lot of big weapons there that I think is gonna start to propel them forward a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the Cowboys,
Yeah.
Commanders, and Eagles starting to look like they're taking steps backwards.
Yeah, I think they have great potential moving forward. So,
I mean, a rookie quarterback, a rookie running back, so you got and a young wide receiver that are all on rookie contracts. They're going to be able to build around those guys for at least 2 years before they have to start letting people go.
yeah. Now the I'm excited to see what they do next couple of years.
Hmm. They're gonna be a team to watch out for.
Yeah, but yeah, good team. And I think we kind of covered the Vikings and what their issue is earlier with the whole Joe Burrow going there.
9 is not it.
No, he had one good game, and oh, he's back. No, he's
He's still kind of there. Arizona
definitely not.
Cardinals. I think you gotta get rid of Kyler Murray at this point.
Yep. Yeah, he's addicted to Call of Duty. You gotta get rid of him.
I wasn't even gonna say that. I was just gonna say like he's too inconsistent, and I feel like he's getting hurt a lot more, and he hasn't propelled you in the direction that you want to go. So at that point, you gotta cut your losses and you gotta find your future.
Yeah. No, I get that. Makes sense. I like it.
Next up, we got New Orleans Saints. Oof, man, I'm not sure what to think of the Saints, honestly.
Yeah. Like honestly, I don't know what they need. Like they missed it on the coach, I think. They missed it on the quarterback. Their defense isn't good. Alvin Kamara, some high school kid trying to play football. Their whole team just needs to start over.
Yeah,
Scorched earth. That's my opinion.
after the Drew Brees era, the Saints have never been the same, and they need to find a way to get back on that rhythm.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely need to make a lot of changes. So yeah, I think that's just them. It's a dumpster fire.
Hmm.
Just get a new one. Let's move on. So we'll see how
Let's
that
move
goes.
on to the one of our teams. It's not me or McKay. It is Tyler with the Atlanta Falcons, but he is gone. We gotta talk about Raheem Morris, Michael Penix. How can the Falcons fix the inconsistency? Which I gotta say, Kyle Pitts has been one of the best tight ends this year.
Yeah. Yep.
The 1 year that everyone who held on to him for 4 years in a row finally gets rid of him, he does good.
Right.
I knew it would happen too.
Yeah. 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 It's just another one of those teams that yeah. It's like who knows what they need? Is Penix the guy? It might. Who knows? Should they look at getting kind of like that mid-draft quarterback,
Uh,
or should they just pay someone?
I say they can
Who
probably
knows?
rock Penix another year and then look at quarterbacks after
Yeah,
that. I don't know if Raheem Morris is the answer.
I don't think so.
I think he has his flashes, but the part of the consistency issue is gonna lie with the head coach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think if they do well in the off season, make the right moves, draft right, I think they could bounce back. I don't think they're that lost yet,
Right.
but yeah. So they're probably on this list. They're probably the least, besides the Jets, effed up team that just have lots of issues. So
But that's gonna
yeah,
take us to the end of the episode.
yeah. I was kind of hoping we'd have at least Tyler here to talk about, the Falcons, but
I'm sure he's probably listening somewhere is going to listen to it, and then he's gonna come back and be like, "You guys didn't talk about this or blah blah blah," and we're gonna be like, "Ah, but we talked about Kyle Pitts. What more do you want us to talk about?"
right.
Oh man, I'm sad
Too
McKay
funny.
is missing this because there were so many Bears related stuff to talk about, and he's not here for it.
Yeah. Well, snooze you lose.
Yep, and it's gonna be a while before we come back in. I believe our plan is
Yeah.
either January 1st on New Year's Day, or we will. I think January 1st is the plan.
Yeah.
Because I think I got something going on the second. But we got New Year's Day.
Um.
We're taking
Yeah.
next week off so everyone can have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day
hmm
with their family.
Are we going to on the first? Like, is everyone working? Is no one working?
I have the day off.
Because I was thinking maybe we should just do a podcast in the middle of the day or something.
I would have to double check on that because I am chained
Instead of
to
waiting
my
till,
child's nap time.
right. Yeah. Which is fine. I'm just thinking outside the box. Like, hey, maybe we could do it at a different time?
I mean, we can definitely confer, and I will have to be at the mercy of my child because she takes anywhere from
hmm
1 hour to 2 hours nap. So
Same.
it's roll of the dice
If
on
I,
that day.
yeah, if anything, I'd want to do like 4 o'clock or something right before dinner.
Oh, see, I probably would not be able to do that. But we can discuss things, work things out, and maybe we
Yeah.
could do an afternoon one. Maybe it'll just be at the night.
Yeah.
But the important thing is, after this week, I think we're gonna have mostly figured out who is going to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
Because I think if the Colts and the Ravens lose, they are almost completely out of the playoffs. The only chance the Ravens would have is basically just overtaking the Steelers, which possible.
hmm
Colts I think would be almost finished, and then Lions, Panthers, and Cowboys are all very low. The Lions are the only ones who could possibly sneak in, but they got to overtake the Packers or the Bears. They got to overtake the NFC North.
Yeah.
And then Panthers,
Oh.
they gotta just beat the Buccaneers. Cowboys, you guys are basically dead. I don't care if you win or lose. You have a
Yeah.
you are currently sitting at a 1% chance to make it. If you win, you go up to a whopping 2% to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Like, good luck.
You are
Mm.
systematically eliminated in my mind.
Yep. Yep.
But with that, we will
Uh,
see you all in the
yep.
new year.
Oh yeah. We'll see you guys next year.